Hi Palians, welcome in. Today I have some exciting content for you, which is some tips for hunting. But before we start, hold on a minute because I'm not ready yet. I need to get into character. There you go. Now I have my Best Pro shop set and I'm ready for some hunting and fishing in Palia. As you may know, we're gonna have 2 weeks of open season in Palia. So we just have to do a lot of hunting and fishing, and now I have a video for you that was prepared by my amazing mod Freck, and we have some tips for you. So whether you are a brand new player or if you played Palia since alpha, you may learn something in today's video. So I hope that you enjoy and hope that you have so much fun doing some hunting in Palia. If you want your shoot to be faster, there is a way. So see over there, that's the normal animation, and now is a bit faster. So all you have to do is cancel the animation when you are shooting. So on PC, it is the left button to shoot on the mouse, and then to cancel is the right click of the button. So once you are shooting, once you hear that arrow, then you can cancel the shot. This will make your hunting a bit faster. You can also do this on console as well, but it takes practice. So you're gonna have to practice if you want to be a faster shooter for hunting. So, but effectively it's the same thing. You can cancel the animation. On the PS5, it is the circle. Another thing as well that you can do to be a bit faster is jump and loot. So then you don't actually stop to collect your loot. And then again, you can do that on console as well. And it's fairly easy to do. Now, moving on to magical creatures, we're going to start with Muujin. So for the magical creatures, see over there how they are invisible. You can only see the health bar. This is because if you use normal arrows, they do that. So I highly recommend using dispel arrows because then they become visible again. So it's a lot easier to see them when you're shooting them. Muujins are available on the northern part of Bahari, the same as the disco deer as well. So I recommend going there. If you don't see any Muujins around, you can actually make one. By make one, I mean if a normal Muujin goes into a flow tree, then they will become magical. So if you find a flow tree around, catch all the other trees around the area, and then try to spook the Muujins there. So then you find your magical Muujin if they go into the flow tree. Disco deers is very similar to Muujins. Again, you use dispel arrows, and also see why it is so important to learn that shooting and canceling, because you go so much faster and you can get the creature so much faster. So give that a go and try that so you are proficient at that. Now moving on to the Azure Chapaas. So there's a trick to it, and the location right there is D8. If you set that on top of the hill there where Freck is showing you, once your hunting horn shows you the location of the Azure Chapaa, just bunny hop to the Azure Chapaa, scare them away, and then hit them once with the dispel arrow. That will stun them, and then they will not move again. And then all you have to do is unstack yourself, so then you are on the top of the hill again. And you can keep repeating this until you have enough chapas. They respawn every a couple of minutes, so it's a very good way of doing this, unstacking yourself and then going back to the hill again, so then you can get as many Azure Chapaas as possible. Now, moving on to other creatures, Sernuks are pretty simple. They are available either in Chillhop and Bahari, and the same thing. For those, you can use fine arrows that will make it a bit easier for you, but essentially it's the same thing, and they are very simple. Same regular Muujins as well, and the Chapaas as well. There's not much secret to them. They are very good and very beginner friendly as well. Now moving on to Shmoles in Elderwood. Shmoles are personally my favorite ones to hunt because you don't have to move much, and they are a great way to practice the canceling of the hunting. So because you don't have to move around, have to run and chase the creature, you can simply just stay in there and practice your shooting and then canceling, so you become a bit faster with your skills. There are also many locations to find Shmoles. My favorite one is their Moveways Way. I think it's open so you can see everything around you. There's some people that prefer the caves in Elderwood. Personally, I prefer that location. Now with Ogopuus, moving on to Ogopuus in Elderwood. You can do this a couple of ways. You can just run around and chase them, or you can do the same as well as you do for the Chapas, for the Azure Chapas. You can do your little bunny hops, you can unstuck yourself, and then start over again. I like to just run around and chase them. One thing about the Ogopuus, there's a tip for you. If you use the spell arrows, then they will not spit on you. So if you want to prevent them from spitting on you, use the spell arrows, at least the first shot with the spell arrows. Otherwise, you can use normal fine arrows, is perfectly fine. So again, they are another great way of practicing your jumping and canceling for your hunting skills. Honorable mention for the flying Ogopuus of Elderwood. Honestly, at this point, is our little mascot, I think, in Elderwood. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like my content, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.